Vlogmas. I didn't really properly introduce Vlogmas last week in my vlog because it was a little bit early. I started filming it in at the end of November just because I was off work for the week. So now it is actually December and it's actually Vlogmas. I'm going to do weekly vlogs just because when I'm at work, I do like an 11-hour day, and by the time I've got home and got the kids to bed and stuff, it's kind of like 8:30, 8:45. So obviously I can't really film a video, edit a video, upload a video at that time of night. So that's why I'm not doing it every day. But hopefully it'll be fine. So as you are about to see or may have already seen, I went out for lunch yesterday with Sam. We had a leftover Christmas voucher from last Christmas, which we used for lunch, which was really nice. And yeah, so this morning I've just been to a children's birthday party, which takes up quite a lot of time at weekends when you have 2 kids. So I thought I'd start off this vlog by thinking about what I'm actually going to read for my December TBR, because I haven't really properly planned it yet. I'm still kind of finishing off stuff. So I'm currently reading Take a Hint, Danny Brown, which is one of, I think it might actually be the last in my Reading Women's Challenge books. So this is a book about Danny, who is a university lecturer, and she doesn't do relationships. She just does like one-night stands and stuff. And she meets a guy, well, there's a guy at the who's a security guard on her building called Zaf. And they both really like each other, but he wants like a committed relationship and she doesn't. And neither of them really know how the other one feels. And then there's a fire drill and Danny gets stuck in a lift, and Zaf like manages to prise the lift doors apart and carries her out the building, and people all film it on their phones, and then it goes viral. And Zaf runs a charity because he's an ex-rugby player. He runs a rugby charity for boys to try and help them deal with trauma and emotions. And it's not very successful in terms of financial backing. And so when the video goes viral of him carrying Danny out of the lift, and people get interested in him and his charity, they decide to pretend they're in a relationship to try and help with the publicity. And obviously, like, they're going to end up in a relationship, obviously. So that's what I'm reading at the moment on my Kindle. This morning I finally started a Christmas book. So on my Audible, I've got The Boy Who Saved Christmas by Matt Haig, which is read by Stephen Fry, and it's one of the included in the Audible books, so I didn't have to use a credit for it, and it's like 4 hours long, and it's a middle grade book, and that's lovely because it will be really nice and Christmassy. So I'm just going to put you on pause for a second. I'm going to grab some books that I want to put on my December TBR, and then I'll be back in 2 seconds. So the first book is one that I have to read, and I'm not... So we have a work book club, which I've already told you about, and I'm actually hosting that tomorrow. And the book we read for this month was Red at the Bone by Jacqueline Woodson, which I absolutely loved, and that was my choice. And we have a rule in book club that the books have to be around the sort of 300 pages or less mark, and somebody just kind of totally blew that rule out of the water and picked our next pick, which is The Poisonwood Bible. Now, I do want to read this, and I've had it on my shelf for ages, but it's a really big book. It's like 600 or so pages. Yeah, 600 pages, and because that'll be at the beginning of January, it's a little bit annoying that we're reading it in January in a way, because it means that it's going to take up quite a lot of my Christmas reading. So that's a bit disappointing, but I know it's a really good book and I'm sure I'll enjoy it. It's just I feel like a bit of pressure to read this now when I've got like other things I really want to read for Christmas. So that's the first thing. The other thing, so I've talked about these quite recently anyway. So I've got Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. I think middle grade books are like really good to read around Christmas because they're really magical and it fits in with the whole Christmas magic theme. So obviously we all know what Peter Pan is. I don't know that I've actually ever read the book before. Well, I'm sure I haven't read the book before. I've just seen like the films based on Peter Pan. So I'm really looking forward to reading that one. Then I have, hold on, 2 children's books which I bought and showed you last time, so I'm not going to go over them both again. They're quite similar. So I've got The Last Bear by Hannah Gold and The Good Bear by Sarah Lean, and they're both, again, middle grade books that are very beautiful, and I just really wanted to read some more children's books, and they're both about kids interacting with and saving bears. One's a polar bear and one looks like a brown bear. But yeah, so I want to read those. And then another book that is all about the magic is the latest in the Pages & Co series. So this is the about Tilly, who's a book wanderer. This is book number 4 in the series, and Tilly can basically wander into the pages of books and get involved in the story, and characters can come out of books and interact with her in real life. But there's been sort of people who've been playing around with their magic and trying to sort of get control of book wandering in a negative way. And Tilly's been trying to sort of save book wandering, and this one is called The Book Smugglers. So these are always magical, and there's often sort of some Christmas stuff featured in these ones. So the next one is one by Giovanna Fletcher, which is called Dream a Little Dream. I've only read one book by Giovanna Fletcher, but I really liked it, and this will be like a nice cozy romance, which again is just great for Christmas. So this is about a girl called Sarah who is single, but she has to keep seeing her ex-boyfriend and his new girlfriend. I'm not sure why. Because of their mutual friends. She's a PA and she's not really enjoying her work very much. Her boss is horrible, and then she keeps dreaming about this man, and then after she's dreamt about him a lot, he actually makes an appearance in her life. So yeah, I'm sure it'll be lovely, because her last one was lovely, and I love G. I think everyone loves her. And then the next one is one that I also showed you fairly recently, which is about another middle grade book, which is called The Hat Makers, excuse me for itching my nose, by Tamsin Merchant. So this is about a young girl called Cordelia, who uses magical objects to make magical hats and shoes and coats and things. And her dad gets, I think he dies on a shipwreck, and then there's another magic family who sort of like a rivalry is threatening to surface, and so I think there's kind of some dark magic in here as well. And I bought this one purely for the cover because it's just gorgeous. So there's that one. And then the last one I've got, the last one I've got on my list is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. So again, some fantasy. I think basically I haven't got any actual Christmas books on here really, but they're either kind of wintry or magical, or just very cheerful books. And this one, again, obviously, as I said last week, I got this one as a treat with my birthday money because it's a beautiful copy. So the other thing is, like I said, I'm listening to a Christmas audiobook. There's 2 other Christmas audiobooks I'd like to listen to. One of them is the second in the Dash and Lily books, which is called 12 Days of Dash and Lily. I came across this because they had a Netflix series last Christmas of the first book, and I don't think they're carrying on with the Netflix series, but I really liked it. I actually enjoyed it more than the first audiobook, but the second audiobook in the trilogy, I would like to listen to that over Christmas because it's set at Christmas. And then the last one is a novella called, I think it's called The Little Donkey. And one of my favourite books of the year last year was The Nothing Girl by Jodie Taylor. And that's a duology. And then in between the 2 books is The Little Donkey, which is like a novella featuring the same characters set at Christmas time. And so I really want to read that. It's only like just over an hour long. And then I'd love to listen to the next one in the duology next year, because I loved The Nothing Girl last year. So I think that's pretty much it for my sort of December TBR. It may change, and like I say, because of the Poisonwood Bible, it is quite big. But anyhow, so yeah, I'm now going to go, because I'm hosting book group tomorrow, I need to bake. So I'm going to make a massive batch of cookies. So I'm going to make cookies, and that'll be a nice Christmassy thing to do. And I'll check in soon. Hello, we are on Sunday, and this morning I had a really lovely time. I had my work book group, which I hosted at our house. So we gave them the cookies that we made yesterday, which went down very well. If this is a bit wobbly, it's because I'm just holding it with my hand. And we discussed Red at the Bone by Jacqueline Woodson, which was a really good book to discuss. We had a lovely time, and it was all festive because I had my Christmas tree and everything on, and I had one of those real fire videos on from Netflix on the TVs. It felt all cozy, so it was really nice. And then I've just been listening to A Boy Called Christmas by Matt Haig and doing my bullet journal for December, which I'm a little bit late doing, but I will just show you what I've done. Just to say, I did not make up all of these designs. I have kind of pinched bits off of Pinterest. I'm just going to turn the camera around and show you. So this is just my little sort of, because I need the month bit to be on that side. So I've got little happy holidays there, some December in the snow there with Christmas lights, and then my sort of actual spread for Christmas or for December. And then what I always do I'll show you for November's one, what I always do is then I do, oops, I've got all my Christmas presents there. Hold on, let me show you a different one. Yeah, so October, so you can see that I have always like the films I watched, Paw Patrol, you know, living the high life, series I'm watching on TV, hauls, and then the books that I read. So I will make one of those for December. This is quite cool actually. I bought this off Etsy, this one, because Jen Campbell made a video about all of the books that are being adapted to film and TV, and I thought I don't want to forget, so I wrote all the ones down in these little popcorns, and I thought I can write down any other ones that I want as they occur. But anyway, yeah, so my bullet journal has been so good. I'm really pleased that I'm still keeping up with it, and I'm definitely going to carry on into next year as well. So plans for the rest of the day, I think we're going to have spaghetti bolognese for tea with some garlic bread, which will be lush, and then Strictly results, and then I don't know, it's my turn to pick a series. We might start watching a new series tonight, and I will just show you. Sam got us some new Christmas mugs from Asda yesterday, and this is, just made myself a tea. That's one of them. How nice is that? It's lovely. So it's a bit out of focus. There we go. Yeah, so I got a cup of tea in my new mug. As the Christmas mugs are £3, and then we got, God, I'm so wobbly, sorry. I got one that is a Mummy Elf and a Daddy Elf mug. It's one for each of us. They were £1.50 each, so bargainous. Anyway, I will go and do something, maybe make some food, and I might catch you later, or I might see you tomorrow. Welcome to the next day of Vlogmas. Today it is Tuesday the 7th of December. And as predicted, I didn't film anything yesterday apart from making a cup of tea in the morning, because I was at work. I got home probably about 6:30. Then we had to put the kids to bed, and then it was like, we watched a film last night. Actually, we watched 21 Bridges, which was a good film. And then we had a really crappy night with my little boy. I don't know why, because he has been poorly, but he's better now. But he just kept waking up, and he kept calling me across the landing. Then he ended up coming in our bed. Then we ended up coming in his bed, and then, or I did, not Sam. And then he just kept like waking up and coming and waking me up. And anyway, so we were all sleep deprived. And tonight we're supposed to be going to Blickling Hall, which is one of the local National Trust properties, where they're doing a really lovely Christmas lights display, and it's supposed to be raining and windy, so it's all going really well. So anyway, now I'm just doing some work on the computer because my little one has designed her own Christmas card for the family, so I'm trying to see if I can. I've scanned it onto the computer. I'm now going to see if I can print it onto like these sort of blank cards, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to do that. I just need a relaxing day. We're going to pick Guy up from school early because he didn't sleep very much. We're going to pick him up at 1, so that gives me a very short day. So I'm just going to try and have a relaxing one, really. And well, yeah, we'll see. We'll take it from here. Oh, and I'm wearing a Christmas jumper because, you know, Christmas lights tonight. Thought I'd make an effort. So anyway, I am going to try and work out how to do this Christmas card thing now. So that didn't go too badly. So Faye designed this lovely card. She made a collage of all these different layers of paper to make a Christmas card for us to send out. So after much effort and making a mess and everything, I shrank it down to that size, and then I'm going to glue them on there like that, so that it will then be like our Christmas card that we can write for everybody, which is really nice. But I'm not going to do sticking and gluing now because I just feel like I've done that all morning, and yeah, because I have to pick Guy up early. I've got to leave in about an hour and 40 minutes to pick him up, so not much time always seems to get just goes. Like I had so many plans before September about everything I was going to do for creatively and stuff for in the time off that I had, and it's just kind of zooming past, and I haven't really done what I set out to achieve, but maybe that's for a whole nother discussion. I want to finish, take a hint, Danny Brown. I've got about 40 minutes left according to Kindle, and I'm ready to finish it now. I'm enjoying it still. The main male lead, Zephyr, is like so lovely, like gorgeous, lovely guy, like has some anxiety issues that he works through. He does a charity for young guys. Like he's like super like ideal boyfriend, and Danny just can't get past her commitment phobia and blah blah. And I get that happens, but like it's just repeated too many times. I think I have feelings for him, but I can't because of my commitment phobia. But I really should, but I can't because of my commitment phobia. It's just like too repetitive, and obviously they're at the point now where they're gonna just sort it out. But the grand gesture's coming. They're gonna sort it out. But I'm just ready to finish it now. So I need to finish that, and then I can move on. And that will be my last book of the Reading Women's Challenge finished, which I think is quite an achievement considering the number of books, and I have loved doing it, and I can't wait to see the prompts for next year. Anyway, I'm going to go and read now or do something before I go and pick Guysy up. So this is the weather. It's always lovely for the school run. It is pouring, and Blickling Hall super kindly said we can switch our tickets to another day this week because there's a storm coming in. So kind. So we are now going to Blickling Hall for the Christmas lights on Thursday. And yes, I'm still sitting on this chair, but I was just going to show you. So I decided to, before we went and got Guy, I decided to just do like a little art class. So there's this channel called Draw So Cute on YouTube, which I'll link down below. And there's just loads of like really cute drawings. So I'll just show you one that I did the other day because it's on the same page, and one that I just did just to give me like something creative that I've achieved today. Oh, got a little stray hair there. And then I finished my book. I gave it 3.5 stars. The ending was good. It was a bit emotional, but it wasn't amazing. So I gave it 3.5 stars. Still enjoyed it. So now I can get to choose what I'm going to read next, which is very exciting. So I'll just turn the camera around and show you what I've drawn. So this is the first thing. This was like a unicorn something from Starbucks that my daughter wanted to do, so we did this one together like a few days ago. And then I drew this little fox just now because he's super cute. I forgot to colour the grass in, so I'll do that. But yeah, isn't he cute? So thank you to Draw So Cute for the art classes. And I will check in again when I have chosen what book I'm going to read next, and get a cup of tea and have a sit down before I have to go out in that really, really cold, freezing, windy weather. It is the evening of Thursday, the 9th of December, and I'm probably going to sign off my vlog for the week now. We went to Blickling Hall, we made it wobbling around the camera, as you saw, from the footage that I just put in, or that I'm about to put in. And we had a really nice time. It was, there was a little bit of whining because it was like a bit of a long walk for Guy, but we had a really nice time. It was so beautiful. And I just got back, had a jacket potato for tea, watched an episode of the Gilmore Girls, have a cup of tea. I've got a few little things I need to do, so I'm going to get on with those. Reading wise, so I have 1 hour left of A Boy Called Christmas by Matt Haig, which I'm listening to on Audible, narrated by Stephen Fry. So that's a children's Christmas story, which is really sweet and I'm enjoying. And then I am reading Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie, which is kind of different to how I thought it would be, to be honest. Like, I thought it would be, it's quite, I'd say it's quite a tricky book for children. It's got a lot of sort of bigger words in, sort of longer sentences, that kind of thing. So I thought it would be an easier children's book. I think it's for older children, really. And I thought it would be more magical. Like, so far, it's not that magical. They can fly, but it's not like kind of cozy magic yet. Like, Peter is not that nice to the children at the moment. Tinkerbell's really mean. Like, there's a lot of murdering. There's like racism towards Native American people. So yeah, so far I'm like disappointed, really, but I'm about 60 pages through of about 200. So I need to I would probably finish it over the weekend. But yeah, I guess you'll see that in my next vlog. So my mum and dad are visiting tomorrow, which is nice. And what else do we have planned? I'm sure we have stuff planned, but unless I go and look on the calendar, I can't really remember what we're doing this weekend. Stuff. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to go and edit this now and get it uploaded. And I hope you've enjoyed watching. And I will continue to vlog next week. Bye!